I feel the need for feed. Rockland's time. Oh, it smells so good here. It always smells so good outside. Let's go get some barbecue. Hey guys, quite a late start today. It's about 2:30. I just had some lunch at Rockland's because, well, that's the best way to start the day. We are heading down on a bicycle into Georgetown at the moment, but I think I'm gonna run over to the Justice Department, where I've just learned that the Attorney General is having a press conference. This was unannounced on the morning schedule, and it just popped up in the last hour or two. So there might be a little bit of a media circus down at Justice. That's, what's this, 30 something? It's only about 20 blocks away. So let's spin downtown and see what we can see. Okay, so we are down on the campus of George Washington University in Washington, the District of Columbia, in this place called Washington Circle with a statue of George Washington. So many coincidences here. Now, Patricia, one of my viewers named Patricia, she actually reached out and said that she used to live in DC, somewhere around here, and she was asking if I could swing over and see if there's a few brownstones still left in Washington Circle. And yeah, Patricia, there are. There are these brownstones right here. Let's check the numbers, see if any of these ring a bell. This is 2213, 2211, 2209, and I think that's the last one. There's still a door there. It looks like there's a couple apartments in 2209. I can see in the door. What's this one? 2207. So Patricia, hopefully that answers your query as to whether the brownstones in Washington Circle are still around. The answer is yes, they are. There they are right there. All right, so down here is the entrance to the Watergate Hotel. I don't even know what company owns the Watergate Hotel nowadays. It's not like a Hilton or anything. And it used to be, down here at this level, there were a lot of retail shops. A lot of retail shops look closed right now. Oop, this is a bump. I missed the ramp. Hang on. There we go. Watergate Dental Suites. But if I remember properly, there was a Safeway grocery store down this escalator. Yeah, here's the escalator, but I don't see any signage for Safeway anymore. It looks like the Safeway is gone. There's a post office, there's a haircut place, and a deli. Oh, okay, so there's the Watergate Deli on the lower level down there, but no, there's the post office. There is no Safeway at the Watergate anymore. So on my right is the Kennedy Center, and on my left, over there, you see that stone building there? And then there's that red brick building. That area there, that's called Navy Hill. And that was a U.S. Navy, well, the U.S. Naval Observatory originally, then it became a U.S. Navy hospital. But Navy Hill has an interesting history in that stone building and then that red brick building over there, those were the original headquarters of the OSS, the Office of Strategic Services. The OSS then became the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency. And believe it or not, the CIA is still there. One of those buildings, I'm not really sure which, is still a CIA office building. That's sort of like their Washington, D.C. office. They have a major campus out in McLean, Langley, Virginia, which is up the river about 10 miles or so. But the CIA still keeps offices over at their old original building on Navy Hill. And Navy Hill is right over there. I understand that place is now part of some video game or something like that. Attack on Navy Hill or something like that. But that's what it looks like from this side. I can't get onto the base, of course. It's still a very secure location. All right, so we're down at the movie set location, and I believe they're filming on Capitol Hill today. There was a warning they were going to close traffic, but This is their campsite, basically. These are some of the trailers for the stars. Michael, engineer, Dan, Chad. Oh, cool. Oh, here's all those cool cars. They're still here. Okay, let's see what cars are still here today. The delivery truck is here. This is a white Super Trooper or something. Oh, it looks like a lot of the cars have gone down to Capitol Hill. So here's the school bus. But the other day this was filled with vehicles, old vehicles, and it looks like all the cars are gone. All right, let's spin into Lafayette Park, see what's new. Not a whole lot. At the moment, the road is closed. Odd. Some sort of alert. Sounds like there's some heavy construction going on over there. I hear jackhammers. Not sure what they're banging away at. The driveway? Maybe. Sure is loud. I'm definitely digging up something. Probably the patio. Oh, they're gonna repave the whole thing. Look at that. They got a big scraper. They're gonna like repave the whole driveway, it looks like. Yep, and they've already dug off part of the driveway there. And it looks like they're gonna be repaving soon. This is where the visitors come out, tourist visitors. So, time for a new driveway, it looks like. Time to sweep the chimneys. They do this every year. I guess that's what they're doing. Now I'm going to be singing Mary Poppins all day, yeah? So I'm not sure, but that looks like, very much looks like the White House chimney sweeps, which is a group of chimney sweeps from up and down the country, actually, who come out here every year. It's not volunteer. I'm not sure if they get paid or they do it as a volunteer thing. And they sweep the chimneys at the White House once a year. It's about that time, I guess. It's August. So you see over there that building on the right. This is, by the way, is the Trump Hotel, now the Waldorf Astoria, old post office tower. But over there, that building in the white stone, that was the Evening Star building. That was the Washington, D.C. other newspaper. The Evening Star was the competitor to the Washington Post. But Senator Ted Kennedy passed a law saying that anyone who owns a TV station in a market cannot also own a newspaper. his idea was nobody should have a monopoly on the news. So the owners of the Washington Star were basically forced to sell their holdings, and the paper went out of business. Now, it's said that that was kind of on purpose. Ted Kennedy really didn't like the Washington Star's coverage of him and basically drove them out of business. Now, media companies, they own internet, websites, well, pretty much everything. So there we are across the street, FBI headquarters, and we got a couple TV crews doing stand-up talks from over there. Let's see if we got some crews down here at Justice. I'm sure we do. There's a guy over there. A couple cameras here. Well, most of them are indoors still. So camera crew down here processing their photos, filing, as we say. Most of the camera guys I know actually carry a laptop with them, and as soon as their photo shoot is over, they whip out the laptop, check out all their photos, and then file the best ones digitally, and then those go into the websites and news feeds around the country as fast as humanly possible. I once met, I think it was a Reuters photographer. Reuters had this giant sign up at Times Square, and they told me that they could get a picture up onto that sign within like a minute from anywhere in the world or something crazy like that. Sandbags here. Let's go up the street. Don't know what TV station that's with. Anyway, let's just ride around. Okay guys, we have made it to Capitol Hill, 0 Street, in case you're counting street numbers. All streets start at the Capitol. So that we just crossed was 4th. This over here is 1st or something. That was whatever. Gets up to 0. We're gonna go up the hill and then go down into Southeast DC to Eastern Market, where I think they're filming that movie today. All those cars had gone, and I think all the actors are down there. So maybe we can see those old classic cars in action today. That'd be kind of cool. All right, let's pass this guy. Okay, this is the famous Eastern Market where you see me eat lunch all the time, and there they are. I knew they'd be up here. There's those cars. They're not driving around, but they're all parked over here on one side of the road. Chevy and Pontiac, Chevy, Buick, and then the Caddy. Pretty cool cars. Let's take a look over the other side. So this is the Continental, Lincoln Continental. It doesn't have the year. You guys who are car aficionados probably know better than me. Pontiac. I'm not sure. Is that the Dart? No, that's the Buick. Chevrolet. Plymouth. That was a Plymouth, not a Pontiac. That's a Chevy. I wonder if there's any more. Let's go look around, yeah? The ice cream parlor that Biden went to. Remember Biden came out for a walkabout one day that I was filming? He went right there, Jenny's Ice Cream, which apparently is a chain, but that's the Capitol Hill branch. Down here on Barracks Row. And Barracks Row because, well, we're next to the Marine Barracks. 8th and I, the oldest post in the Corps. That is the Commandant's house of the Marine Corps. I think didn't we just get a new Commandant of the Marine Corps, if I remember? I think they did just announce one. And the Commandant's house is right there. That house survived the British invasion in 1812, or 1814. I always said the British Marines respected their American Marine counterparts and did not destroy that house. This is the Marine Barracks. Every Friday night, if you come here in the summertime, they have an amazing parade out here, and if you can get tickets to it, it's definitely worth seeing. So let's go down this way. These are for officers, these houses here. The enlisted men, they're based down a little bit farther in a more dormitory-like structure. Here's the main entrance. So this is the Marine Barracks. That's where the enlisted soldiers live. Or Marines, not soldiers. Don't call a Marine a soldier. They get upset. Somebody over here. Oh, here comes the drum major. Carrying his baton or whatever. And that's because this facility over here is the U.S. Marine Band. Sousa's own, or the President's own, which is the Marine Corps', or is it Sousa's own? I can't remember which it is. Yeah, so the Marine Barracks have this facility, and I think, yep, there it is. There is a statue of John Philip Sousa right over there, the director of the Marine Corps. He wrote lots of marches like the Washington Post March. He wrote Stars and Stripes Forever. But yeah, basically most of the American marching music comes from John Philip Sousa, who was actually born across the street, just over the other side of the freeway. All right, let's spin around the back of the base. You can see a few Marines out walking back here. Now these are the ceremonial Marines who guard, who do serve as sentinels at the White House. They perform duties at Arlington Cemetery and other ceremonial things, but they are an infantry company. Some of them do get deployed overseas, so they actually do go out as Marines and serve at the front lines. So there's a good view of that barracks and the band marching field. So the Marine Barracks is right over there, 8th and I. We're on 7th and G at Southeast. And if you swing over here, there's a house with an American flag. Now, a lot of houses have American flags, but this house is a little bit special. This is the house that John Philip Sousa was born. John Philip Sousa, the director of the Marine Band, composer, that's where he was born. He eventually moved back to this neighborhood, different house, and worked at the Marine Barracks, but that's where it all started. I've shown you this house a few times. There it is, the one with the kind of green shutters there. That was Gary Hart's townhouse. That's the townhouse where then Senator Gary Hart had a young woman named Donna Rice, who was not his wife, stay the night. The reporter for the Miami, was it a Colorado or Miami newspaper? He sat in this park. Yeah, he sat, I think it was just over on this bench, pretty much all night, waiting to see when she would leave. And then he wrote the story that basically destroyed his political career. All from that park bench. How to destroy a senator. Different times than we live in today. Oh, I actually hear motorcycle cops. But I don't think there's any motorcades today. There's nobody in town. Unless there's a fallen soldier. I'll go take a look. I don't even get down there fast enough. Oh, speed bump. Are you kidding? Oh. It's like a bus full of congressmen returning or something. They probably had a retreat. Yeah. That's probably what we heard.
You're at the where?
Excuse me. Sorry. So, like a bus full of congressmen just got back from some sort of retreat. They're voting tomorrow. Don't know on what. I knew I heard sirens. So, apparently a bunch of congressmen were somewhere, probably on a CODEL, a congressional delegation trip, where they fly on a military aircraft somewhere on some sort of inspection tour, military bases, national park, something like that. And then they're all coming back today, hence the heightened security you saw there. Not just a busload of tourists that get greeted by automatic weapons. So here we are on the west front. You get a good view up close of the construction renovation that's going on. And the temporary security camera, which has seemed to become permanent. It's been here for about a year now. It looks like they're expanding now. So the work is now expanding to the new Senate. Look at that, the scaffolding cover is already extended across the top. That's new from yesterday. So it looks like that's the next part of their workload, is to keep coming over this way, and then I guess eventually they'll go back and do the house side. All right, let's make our way down the mall. I'm gonna swing over here. The other day I came down here to film, but this was a microphone fail. One of you had asked, could I show you the Dwight Eisenhower Memorial? And that's this one that just opened during COVID. This is the Dwight Eisenhower Memorial. Up there you see that wall, and you can see there's a visual representation along the wall. Those are the cliffs at Pointe du Hoc in Normandy, where US Army Rangers had to scale those under withering fire to destroy some guns that were on top of the cliffs. When they finally got there, only about a third of their men remained, and they found out the guns were not real. They were just some trees. This is Eisenhower at his second inaugural address. And over here, Ike addressing the men at D-Day. Looks like paratroopers, to be honest. And if you look closely, you can actually see LS landing ships, landing craft carved into the stone. Down here are Eisenhower's 5 stars as Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces. But he got his start in Kansas as a young farm boy. Went on to make something far greater than what he started with. So that is a life-size representation of the cliffs of Pointe du Hoc. So if you're wondering how high did those guys have to climb, that's your answer right there. Massive. All right, let's cut over. Let's go find something. In this garden is the corpse flower from the Botanical Gardens, on loan to the Smithsonian and about to bloom. I think it's about to bloom any day now. Let's go see. Not quite. So this is the stage we wanted to get to. Looks like it's about that stage. So we're down in Georgetown right now, and for the first time, well, in years, there is no line at all at Georgetown Cupcake. Unfortunately, there's no cupcakes either. You see, the health department discovered that their license had expired, and they were operating without a license. They forced them to shut this morning. Oh well, they'll be back. Oh guys, we're back. Back at the National Cathedral as the sun sets over the city. Anyway guys, that was today. Pretty dull, not too exciting, but still, we got to see our way around the city. Quick run around Washington, D.C. on a Thursday. We'll be back again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I will see you then.